Welcome back to Season 8 of Wildcat Week. I'm your host, Isaac Wolf, alongside Bright Kari, and today we are joined by two members of our number 5 ranked competitive cheer team. One of them a former All-American, senior bass and tumbler from Hudsonville, Michigan, and the other a junior bass and tumbler from Anderson, Indiana, where she attended Liberty Christian High School. Please welcome Elli, Vander, Veen, and Abby Etchison.
Welcome, guys.
Hey
Glad to have you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
So to start off, we need to define something.
Okay.
When people hear cheer, they think pom-poms and sideline and all that stuff during basketball games and that sort of thing. This is a little bit different, though. This is competitive cheer.
Yes.
So state the differences and tell us what you guys do.
Okay, well, yes, there are obviously similarities because it is cheer, but also it's very different. So we do a lot of, I don't even know how to explain it to people who don't know cheer, but we do tumbling, so like flips, parkour stuff, I guess you could say, but it's like there's a lot of technique involved in that. And we do stunts, so we're throwing people up in the air, catching them, doing all that stuff. And then we do mounts. You can talk about that because I don't do anything.
Yeah, so basically there are girls standing on guys' shoulders, and then we put another girl on top of the girls on those shoulders. So
It's
yeah,
like
the
3
game,
people high.
Yeah, and you're not going to see that at a game because I think
Oh,
it's
no.
like illegal.
I think it
Like,
is
I don't
on
think
a
you can
gym
do that on
floor.
a gym floor.
Yeah. And then we also do baskets, which the guys mostly do that, but we do have some all-girl baskets. So that's where we just throw the girl in the air and they do flips and then we catch them. So it sounds simple. Like if you watch a video, it's really not. And it's actually like a very competitive sport and it's amazing, honestly. But I'm a little biased.
So this past weekend, you guys participated in the Crossroads League Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys mind recapping, the weekend for us and just how it went?
Yeah, so the weekend did not go how we planned at all, but that's okay. Things happen. We have bumps in the road. So we competed Friday night, and we had a couple deductions. Just some weird things went wrong in the routine, but, that kind of just happens in cheer. So after night 1, we were in first place, which was great. And then Saturday, day 2, we unfortunately had a fall in one of our mounts, and it was just literally a random freak accident. Like that's never happened to us in practice. And, we fought the best we could, but things happen. It's very normal. So unfortunately, we did not win. And because of that, we didn't get like our nationals bid. So now we have to hope for like an at-large bid, which chances are we will get one based off of our rankings and all of that. But, it's never guaranteed. But, I mean, we put out great routines. Like, they weren't bad by any means. We just had a couple mishaps and, yeah, it happens.
Yeah, cheer is hard because no matter what we do, it's always up to the judges. Like, they decide who wins. They decide what scores we get. So we were definitely proud of the routines.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
The energy was great. The fans were great.
Mm-hmm.
We were having the best time out there.
Honestly, yeah.
But that's just how it played
Yeah.
out.
Do you think there's any part of you that feels like, in a way, going into the national tournament, hopefully you get an auto bid that you can use what just happened? I mean, it's the first time you guys didn't win the tournament or win the championship in a while
Thank
to,
you.
like, fuel you guys to make a real push at nationals?
Oh, yeah. That lit a fire under me
For
for sure. Oh, yeah. No, we're going to go out there and we're going to kick some butt. Yeah. No, I'm ready to go back and compete.
Yeah.
Can you explain how the scoring works to the best of your ability? We'll start because I wanted to ask specifically about the conference tournament or the conference meet, I should say. You guys outscored Taylor by nearly 2 full points on Friday, but then you only trailed them by 0.4 of a point on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yet Taylor still
Yeah.
won. So how does that work?
So-
Is there a different weight, or did Friday just not matter?
There's different weights. So it's this is how nationals is too. So the first night is 25%, and then the second day is 75%. So the second day, like, there's more pressure. It matters a lot more, which even there was definitely some scoring mishaps at the competition But the problem is we have a brand new rule book this year, and so everyone is just trying to figure out how to score teams this year, and it's just like a whole new ball game for everyone. So yeah. But anyway, so that's why. So even though they were a couple points behind us, since they outscored us on day 2 when it mattered the most, they just barely beat us.
Let's take it back to Wildcat Weekend, which was the higher note of your guys' season. In session 3, you guys set a program record, 93.4. Talk about that performance and what that meant to the team, and being able to do it at home as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, I don't know. Like, that was our 3rd competition of that weekend, and I think we all just kind of felt free. Like, we're like, it's the last one. Let's give it all we got. And it was definitely the most fun that we had out there, out of all 3. Again, like I said, for conference, like, it kind of felt like the same energy at home, like just the fans. And that was also the first weekend we put out the mega mount.
Oh, yeah.
So we also felt...
We've never done anything like that.
Yeah, so that was a huge accomplishment. And I think that definitely helped boost our score because the judges definitely hadn't seen anything like that. Yeah. So...
like, the thing about cheer, like she was saying, is it's very subjective. And so if you, like, have great, like, team chemistry and unity, and, like, the judges see that, they're definitely more inclined to, like, score you higher. And so I think, and you just feed off of each other. And so I think we were just hitting everything. Like, we were just had great energy. We were super motivated. And, we have all of our friends and family watching us, so that definitely helps too. But yeah, that was just a great night for our team, honestly. Like, everyone was on cloud 9 after that. And, like, I was expecting a great score, but I wasn't expecting that at all.
No.
So that just really, made that weekend special for all of us. So it was a good last home comp for sure.
Yeah, you said the judges are, some of it's subjective. Do they have their own criteria? Do some of them have their own criteria, or how does that, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, so cheer scoring is really weird. So basically you have your difficulty scores, which there's like ranges, but we put skills out on the mat that are like in certain ranges, and depending on how it goes and how clean it is, they can kind of determine like if they want us on the higher range of the difficulty or the lower range. But then you also have your execution score, which is like how well you did it. And so then that all gets added together. But then you also have like a general impression and like collegiate image and routine composition, like stuff like that. And that's all just like they pick and choose how they want it. There's no like specific criteria for that. I don't know. I still don't fully understand the scoring because our coaches handle all of that. But yeah.
You guys you guys participate in a very, very intense sport, and all the flying and all the flips and everything that's going on. I can only imagine just how intense practice is. So can you guys kind of walk us through how much of practice is like working with everyone? How much of practice is working with your individual groups? Is it just like, I hear you guys sometimes, but I can only imagine just how intense it is over there.
It kind of varies. Like,
yeah,
Coach
really chill.
Changes her plan a lot.
Yeah. Based on how we're like feeling, she's very good at reading our team.
Yeah.
So,
like,
yeah. I don't know. It's honestly different every day, but usually like we all warm up and then actually, before we warm up, we usually lately we've been doing testimonies, so we usually start with that, but previously we would do like our Roman groups. So we would get into like smaller groups, and it's usually like your stunt groups, and we go through Romans 12, which is like our whole idea, or like our whole team motto is like just being genuine. And so we would start off by doing that, just to kind of get us in the right headspace. Then we would warm up, and then we usually hit on each part of our routine mostly every practice, but
I think it's like if it's a Friday, we do like chunk full out,
which is like doing every part of our routine.
Yeah, but if it's like a Tuesday, then I think we're taking each section.
Yeah, and we're
like,
doing more of skills.
More reps.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It's literally different every time. There's no set practice plan. It's just whatever we need to work on.
And you also talked a little bit about like chemistry. Can you talk about how valuable it is for you guys to like trust one another, get along? I mean, there's people standing on your shoulders. You have to be confident that someone's going to catch you when you fall out of the air. You know, you talk a little bit about just being comfortable and believing in one another.
Yeah. Team chemistry is very important in cheer. You can honestly like visibly see when there's tension on a team because, you know, things just kind of start to go wrong. And yeah, like in your group stunt, it's 4 of you together. And so if one of you guys like isn't, you know, in it like that day, or like you guys just aren't really working together, it's really hard to hit. And so having trust and like, you know, working together is really important because like pretty much everything you do in cheer other than like tumbling is like, it's not individualized. Everything is like together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And I think it like goes with our Romans 12
Oh, yeah.
verses. Like one of them is many members don't all have the same function. And that's literally our team. We all have different skills. Like we have tumblers, we have bases, we have girls who go up in the air, but it's like we all have to be unified to get our main goal in the end.
Yeah.
And it's
Make it
really cool.
cohesive.
Yeah.
What's the dynamic? You guys are, I think esports technically is considered co-ed, but you guys are the only co-ed team that like competes together, practices together, you know, with guys and girls all the time. So talk about that dynamic a little bit because that's different from the average team experience.
I mean, it honestly depends on, you know, who's on the team, but it's a blast. Like we all get along really well. I mean, everyone has their moments, but that's just any team anywhere. But no, it's really fun. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been on a co-ed team before, like co-ed cheer team before coming here.
Same.
And it is really fun.
Yeah. And it makes like the skills better because like obviously the guys are stronger than most of us girls. So like they add an element in that level, but then also it's like just a very different dynamic because like when it's all girls there's so much drama and I mean there still is drama like whatever, but it's definitely better. And I don't know, it's just a very different team dynamic, but it's really fun.
And I think
So.
it like balances out
Oh yeah,
a
for sure.
lot.
For sure.
I don't even know how to explain that, but it's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Take me back to where it all started for you guys. I know some of you guys had gymnastics experience in your background and all, and that, you know, that's very similar to the skill sets that you use for tumbling and this sort of thing. But how did you get into this, or was this even like a thing growing up? It's just something, oh, I can pursue collegiately, or how did that all come together growing up?
Well, for me, I started in gymnastics, like you said. That's a very common transition. But yeah, I did gymnastics for 8 years. And then it just got to be too much because you practice like 5 days a week and it's just like really intense and I just couldn't do it anymore. So then in 7th grade, I switched to cheer. And I was very against that first because like gymnasts are like, ew, cheerleaders. Like they hate them. And so, yeah. But anyway, so 7th grade I started it and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I continued all the way through my senior year and I was like really adamant, like I want to cheer in college because I love it so much. And so I just, you know, looked at schools that had a cheer team. And yeah. That's basically it.
I also started in gymnastics like when I was younger, and then I also switched to cheer in 7th grade, but I was just on like
Twins.
Besties.
yeah. I just did game day in middle school and high school. Like this being at IWU is my first time being on like a competitive cheer team. And fun fact, I actually started on the game day team here my freshman year. I think it was before fall break. It was like a random practice and the coaches just saw me do a tumbling pass. And then I got an email the next week like, can you join
us.
red team?
Yeah.
No way.
That
Yeah.
happens pretty often,
So
actually.
they pulled me up from
Yeah.
from gray team, which is what we call our game day squad.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is my first time being on a competitive cheer team.
And what's the recruiting like? Like, do they recruit you? Do they reach out heavy, or do you kind of
So,
just?
I don't know how it was for you, but for me, I emailed them and was like, hi, I'm interested. And then they're like, okay, great, like fill out this form, and like it's basically just like what skills you have, and then they like let you come for a visit and like kind of like see your skills or whatever, which I actually went to a different school and then transferred here, but that's a whole nother story. But anyways, it's more of like us seeking out them, but I think in the past couple of years they've really like worked on seeking out more students and cheerleaders, because I know that they have like told us a lot, oh, we have a recruit coming in, like we really like her, like let us know what you think, like, so I think that they've done a lot more of seeking out these past couple of years. But
And
yeah.
that's always like the girls. Our boys, it's really funny. We find them like
We literally pull them
freshman
off the
week.
street.
Yeah, like they are not cheerleaders.
Yeah,
we look for them like on
Yeah.
move-in day for freshman day.
It's like a thing. Like we're like,
And we're
okay,
like, oh, they look strong.
yes,
And we pull them in, and
Yeah.
they literally end up falling in love with it. Like
Yeah.
at first, they're like, cheer? What?
stupid, but then yeah, they love it. And it's really funny because like I remember Zayden, he was one of the guys like looking for guys, and he was like, oh my gosh, this guy has protein powder, like he's perfect. Just funny stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you guys play any other sports growing up, or was it just cheer?
I did several other sports. I mean, obviously I said I did gymnastics, but I say several, but I literally did not. Okay, I ran cross country.
Okay.
Hated it. Oh my gosh, I cannot run long distances. But then I switched to track, and I loved that. I love like sprints. So I actually thought about doing it here too, but then I was like, no. Like, one, I'm not fast enough, and two, I was like, I cannot do two sports at once. So that was a very quick no. And then when I was younger, I did soccer, which I was literally awful at. So I quit that very quickly.
We're gonna have like the same story. I also did cross country and track,
Dang.
but I stuck with it, so I was more the longer distances.
Okay.
And you said you did game day in high school,
Yes.
and you didn't do game day in high school.
I did game day, but it was only football games, where most teams also do basketball games. We had a dance team that did that, but then I was also on the competitive team in my high school as well.
I didn't know they had many high schools with this style of competitive cheer.
Oh,
Because my high
well,
school didn't have.
my
I
high school
think
Michigan-
it's a bigger school thing.
Michigan is like huge on cheer.
Oh, are they?
And yeah, so Michigan high school cheer is a very different,
Okay.
like it's just very different. It's its own world, but yeah.
How did you guys, whether it was directly related to competition cheer or not, how did you guys end up at IWU? What made you decide to come here?
I heard about it through my cousin, because she is a nurse and I'm a nursing major, and she was like, oh, like I'm not gonna go there, but like it's a great school, like you should definitely check it out. And then I looked and I was like, oh, they have a cheer team and like it's co-ed, so like I could do it because I'm a bass. And so I came on a visit and I like fell in love with it, and just, you know, everyone says the community, but like the community here is amazing. But then it was like far away from my house, so I just like couldn't commit at the time. So I ended up going to a school like 20 minutes from my house, but then I just did not like it there at all, and it just wasn't it wasn't what I was looking for. So then I transferred here, and that was like the best decision of my life. So yeah, that's how I got here.
IWU was kind of like my backup plan. I was invited to come on a visit here by my friend, and I just decided to come to get out of school. And I was not expecting to like it, because my plan was to go to a warm state. Yeah. And I came here and I was like, why do I like it? I genuinely still don't even know what made, like we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why I decided. It was honestly like God. And I visited Grand Canyon University, Palm Beach Atlantic University, liked them, but something in me, I just could not like commit to it. And then I was like, you know what? We'll just go for IWU. And that's what happened. And
Yep.
yeah.
It's amazing. Can you guys talk a little bit about what your team does for kind of spiritual growth, spiritual warfare? Like I heard you guys talking a little bit about the testimony you gave earlier. Can you kind of go into that a little bit more?
Yeah, well, actually, the testimonies are like a new thing, which they said that previously they had done that, but we haven't done it since I've been here. But one of the girls on our team was like, I think it would really help like our unity as a team to kind of like get to know each other's backgrounds, because like we don't really talk about that much. So that's something we literally just started like a week ago. So we've heard from a few people, and it's been really good to kind of, you know, hear more about their life story and relate to them more. But then, like I said, we do those Roman groups. So that's been good. And then we do small groups on Wednesdays, which it's like 1 week, it's all of us together, and then the next week you split into your actual small groups, and it's like, and that's like a mix between our game day and competitive teams. So, you know, we kind of get to be with each other more for that as well. And also just our coach, like, she's very adamant about how important like God is, and she always centers everything back on God, and like that's something I'm really appreciative of, because like never once am I doubting like, oh, like where our heart's at, like blah blah blah. Like I don't know, she just does a really good job of making sure that we're doing this for the right reasons and not like for our own glory. So
Yeah, and we also do devotions before every competition, and coach will lead some, but then she also gives athletes the opportunity to lead.
Yeah, that's good for sure.
Yeah.
So now in these 2.5, 3 weeks where you guys are preparing for as if you're getting an at-large bid, we're expecting an at-large bid. What do these next 2.5 weeks look like preparing for nationals? Is it different? Is the prep different from what you've done in the past? How much are you tweaking, fixing, correcting, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty similar to previous years, and honestly pretty similar to what we've been doing. The only difference is we're focusing a lot more on stamina and cleanliness, which we usually touch on that, but it's usually towards the end of the season because that's like when it truly matters. So we aren't really changing anything. We're just nitpicking the motions and the timing of everything and just trying to increase our execution. But then we also are doing a lot of full outs, she said, hopefully, within these next couple weeks to just kind of, you know, make it more of a habit to have clean, like, full out routines. So
Over the course of the season, I'm sure you guys have learned just a lot about the group, a lot about yourselves, a lot about your coaches. What do you think is the most important thing, or a couple of things that you're going to need going into the tournament just to like focus on?
oh, that's a good question.
This can be for you. This can be for some of the younger athletes on the team. It could be some people's first time to nationals.
Yeah, we have a lot of new people this year.
Yeah.
I think that one big thing to remember is, like, this is our last time together, and this is the last time that, like, that's the last time I'll ever be out there. So it's like, if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for the person next to you. And that's something that we always say before comps. And it's like, you kind of think about it, but when you actually like sit down and you're like, wow, like actually we're almost done. And since like I said earlier, it's a very like team oriented sport. And so it's like, I feel like I need to give my all, not just for myself, but for everyone around me, because if I don't give my best, it affects the entire team. So I think just remembering that it's not all for yourself, it's for your teammates, is something that's been good for me.
Mm-hmm. Something that I've had to learn this season is like the reason for why we do all of this is to bring glory to God, and that the outcome does not define who we are. And we've taken some like big hits this season, and we all remind each other like life goes on, like we will be okay.
Yeah.
And we have been okay. And that's just a great reminder.
We're still here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming on the podcast today. Good luck for the rest of the season and nationals and all of that. And thank you all for tuning in to episode 10 of season 8 of Wildcat Week. We will see you guys next time.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Great job.